Welcome back to the Nerdy Geeky Podcast. I am here with a host of mine, the comic enthusiast.
Well, I'm tall, so I'm not exactly fitting into here. Well, but hope you can see me.
So, it has been a while since I have made one of these streams. So, I apologize for that. So, a game called Power World has come out. It's like Pokemon with pew-pews.
Yeah.
So the game allows you to catch these creatures like known as pals. And you can essentially put them to work. They can help you craft stuff. They can do all sorts of things. Carry stuff. You can even battle with them, and there's these things called Raid Syndicate towers that have like bosses in them. But the one thing I don't really like about the boss towers are how you're on a time limit. And if you don't beat the boss in that time limit, you are DC'd. But luckily, you can go back and do it again. And the last stream I did of Power World, or not really a stream, I have been on like Power World off stream, just doing various things like leveling up and getting like other pals. I got this thing known as a crusher that can like crush like the little gem things you need to make these things like Pokeballs called Pal Spheres. I call them Pal Balls in reference of Pokemon. So you need like these Pal like ore type thing, and the crusher allows you to like sort of crush up those they're known as Paldium fragments. The crusher allows you to crush those like gems into like Paldium fragments so you can make the spheres. But you also need like a water type pal to like activate it or even use it. And one thing I don't really like about the food system is the food expires. If I could, I would just go out and get a lot of lamble, which are the sheep-like pals. I would go out and get a bunch of their meat and just keep it in chests. But due to the expiry date, you can't just hoard a bunch of food and be like, put it in put it in like the feed basket, which is the thing that the pals go and eat from. So, and lately, all my pals are getting like hungry, and I have like no food for them. I wish there was no like expiry date on the food. So you could just have all sorts of random like food you can put in the basket so they can go off and eat. And oh yeah, the pals can eat. Or the pals need to eat.
Yeah, Pal World is definitely a very interesting game. It's definitely very. It's similar to Pokemon, but at the same time, has its own little different things to make it its own, especially with the guns and stuff. Okay, and then I also, I believe another thing that I noticed with Power World is that with Power World you can even capture other people with the Power Spheres, which is something not possible in Pokemon. And then I I then the hunger thing is definitely pretty annoying because it's like almost like with Fortnite from what I've noticed, where the hungers keeps coming after like every 5 minutes it seems, which is
You
indeed.
might want to come a little closer so they can see you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down now.
Okay. So Power World can be like very annoying in some cases, and it's like still in like beta or alpha. It's still in its early stages, and I have been noticing that pals have been getting stuck and not doing like the the jobs they're assigned to. And there's this one pal known as Catalifa. Catalifa keeps getting hurt and keeps getting stressed. And I don't know the reason why the pals keep getting stuck and keep getting hurt constantly. So so there's some annoying aspects to Power World. And some of the pals that you come across, some of them are automatically aggro towards you, and if they hit you once, you're dead. And the annoying thing is, if you die somewhere real far, it's very annoying to have to go all the way over there when you're like miles away from like a fast travel. And when you're out of stamina and you're swimming and you're just in the water, you take damage. You're not even using any stamina. You're just treading water and you ask and you say to yourself, why am I dying? I'm not even I'm not even swimming.
Yeah, the and that brings to mind something from Legends Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus, where you can't really swim in there, which was definitely something that I just find a bit annoying because you, I mean, seriously. And then the stamina, definitely as well. Because I mean, I feel like that you should be able to keep up your stamina without having it run out so much. Like I mean, it should last like every 5 minutes. I think, because I mean that it just gets annoying and repetitive after a while.
Yeah, and you can upgrade your stats, but it feels like those upgrades don't really do much. It's like, oh, I upgraded my weight after like 5 or 6 pieces. You're already overweight far as the stuff you're carrying.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. The way you you should be able to, not worry about that. Uh, that because it's definitely because when you get like a lot of stuff, you're definitely gonna need to be able to carry it, and then once you end up up with a lot of stuff, with literally nothing, and if you don't have anywhere else to put it in to keep it safe, then that's gonna be pretty problematic.
Anyway, moving on. I heard about this game known as Prototype. It's a mature rated M game. So you play as this. There's two versions. There's two prototype games. There's Prototype 1 where you play as this character known as Alex Mercer. And there's like there's this virus that turns people into like mutated type monsters, and and this disease or virus is kind of like a symbiote if a symbiote could shapeshift. It's not really an alien, it's like a virus or something like that. And you can shape your arms into various like weapons like blades and claws. And it's very cool. And there's a sequel called Prototype 2 where you play as like a military officer hunting down Alex Mercer from the first game. and yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think I learned about prototype once, and I looked it up, and it's been like several months since I did that. I think, but but yeah, it's interesting when in the second game you basically play someone else who's going after the person from the first game. Yeah, like yeah, cause I think Alex has since kind of went rogue. I think I might be wrong here, but I think that's why Alex is being hunted down in the second game. Like I said, I'm probably wrong because like I said, I looked the up prototype like a while ago, like
You,
when I first heard about it.
you can also bring up your own topic.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. Yeah, I have recently found nearly complete run on the Flash by this guy named Mike Barron from 1987, and it's basically featuring Wally West as the Flash after the Crisis on Infinite Earths event from '85. Well, apparently, throughout this event, throughout this run, Wally West goes up against the villain Vandal Savage. The Vids. And in these books, Vandal Savage has the Velocity 9 super speed drug. Those of you who watch CW's Flash will know about that. But anyway, Velocity 9 comes from these books. And there's like at least 15 issues total in this run. And I only have like, and only the first one is missing from my collection, but other than that, I have almost all of it. Some very interesting stuff happens in these books, like the introduction of some new villains like Kilgore, and then we also have like Speed McGee, I think his name is. And then we also have this guy known as the Sunk.
Hmm.
Yeah, Kilgore is basically the metal guy on this cover, Flash issue 4. And then we got McGee on issue 6. And then issue. Okay, yeah. And then the big guy is Sunk.
Some fascinating comics there, guys.
Yeah. Oh, there's the one I wanted to find. Yeah, okay, here's another one. Issue 11. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And I'm afraid that's it from me concerning these comics.
It would be very interesting to make up your own superhero. So one idea I have about like some sort of superhero is known as the Phantom. So the Phantom's power would derive from something known as the Ghost Stone, and after acquiring this Ghost Stone, it would turn into like a ghostly, phantasmic ring that allows the user to use some ecto or some ghostly energy. So they would have the ability to make ghost like constructs fly, phase, manipulate people, even possess them, and some various other powers, like having some ghostly pleasing powers. And I think it would be very fascinating if there was like an evil version, kind of like Albedo from Ben 10. He's not really an alternate Ben Tennyson. He's more like a Galvin who is stuck looking like Ben Tennyson. But rather than having like some green, he has like red. And in Ben 10 Omniverse, he makes another Ultimatrix in Ben 10 Alien and Ben 10 Ultimate Alien, or at the end of Ben 10 Alien Force. So Albedo makes an Ultimatrix, and at the end of Ben 10 Alien Force, Ben blows up the recalibrated Omnitrix to stop Vilgax from taking over the world. So Albedo is forced to give up the Ultimatrix, and there's this 2-part special where Albedo shows up and he makes his own Ultimatrix, which is very fascinating given how Albedo is a Galvin.
Yeah, that is pretty pretty neat. Okay,
You can just say facts,
okay, yeah, and then okay, I think I got one. Okay, the in the in the there's this series I know of from the late 20 teens, the Justice League series by Scott Snyder, and it's in that series where we learn about the evil goddess Perpetua and how she created the multiverse in DC. She is also the mother of the Anti-Monitor, the World Forger, and the regular monitor, or over monitor, as he's sometimes referred to in some of these later books. And then Perpetua plays a role leading up to death metal, up till she's destroyed by the Batman who laughs, who's now been powered by cosmic energy and made into an even scarier monster.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I did a review on this guy right here, Captain Yami of the Black Bulls and Black Clover, and that at first that video did well, but it started to slowly decline, and I really think it should have done well because Black Clover is like a really good anime. It's also first it was a manga, then it became an anime, and I think it should have done I think it should have done well and stayed like that because I think Black Clover is a really good anime and I think some people would like it. I like it. I think it has like really good storytelling and a really good plot the narrative, however you say that word. I think the I think the plot of Asta wanting to become Wizard King, although that he doesn't have any magic, I think I think the I think what it's trying to tell us is if you work hard enough, that goal can be achieved even with obstacles in the way.
Yeah. Even though I am not in the anime myself, I have watched a anime film once several years ago, and its name is Akira, and it's from like the 80s, and it was all right. The the animation is definitely very beautiful and very detailed as well. Like it's like old. It's like really like there's a lot of detail in Akira, like a lot more than you would expect from like the traditional animation style that will have been used for much of the 20th century. And then I I think that's it for, on that little topic.
Yeah, I watched Black Clover up to the point where the manga caught up to the anime. So sometime this year, Black Clover might come back with episode 133, I believe. And I'm really interested in the story, and they also made a movie called the Sword of the Wizard King, which I haven't really seen, but it sounds like it could be like a good movie. Which movies nowadays, or at least some of them, aren't very good. The people who made Spider-Verse went to DC and said, "Hey, we want to make this Batman Beyond movie." And you know what DC said? We're like, "No, no, we don't think this will work, but maybe." And there was also supposed to be a Batman Beyond Arkham game, which never happened. In the new Task Force X game, I can't really say the actual name of the game because of violent and YouTube. So in the Task Force X game, they they down they down bad Kevin Conroy, I believe his name is, who was the current Batman voice actor. So there's this one mission in the game which I haven't really played, the Task Force X game, and they sorta pew pew Batman after his boss fight, which I have seen like clips of the boss fight where Batman becomes like this giant theotoxin, like giant bat monster or something, similar to the second level of Lego Batman 3, where Batman gets engulfed with bats. So they kinda down bad Kevin Conroy. And I really wanted to see if we would have gotten a Beyond the Spider Verse like style of Batman Beyond, and we had, and there's like some really cool Batman Beyond animated film concepts.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of Kevin Conroy, apparently there's like a 3-part animated adaptation of Crisis on Infinite Earths. And apparently it's in those films where Kevin Conroy will have his final appearance as Batman. And so I think part 3, which will come out later this year, will I think be his final film. And I think that one, if one, and I think though the animated version film for Crisis on Infinite Earths is, I think, dedicated in memory to Kevin Conroy.
I think they might have that. I think they might have, but I don't really know. They might have like a little section that immortalizes Kevin Conroy. If they didn't, then I think that was a missed opportunity and sort of a little bit of like a disrespect to Kevin Conroy because they're not honoring what he did for the past like several years or something. I don't know.
At least last 30 years, I think, because I mean, Conroy first appeared at started voicing Batman like way back in the 90s, like early 90s. And so he's so yeah, I think past 30 years.
Yeah, that would be a missed opportunity where there's like a segment that honors Kevin Conroy for the work that he did for the last 30 years. So, we have essentially mods now in Minecraft Bedrock in the form of add-ons. Java has the mods, and we have our add-ons, which are like mods, which I which I hope that Mojang will make these add-ons in the style of like mods, where we have like different tools and different like armor and like weapons or something. But since it's Mojang, we're probably not gonna get anything too crazy. Which, if people can make their own add-ons and sell it off to Mojang, I think we would be golden. But if not, it's gonna be a missed opportunity to be like, hey, I made this add-on for the game. Will you put it on the marketplace? And they're like, nah. This this is too violent. That's gonna be really dumb if people want to make their own add-ons for Bedrock and they just refuse it because there's like a violent weapon in the mod pack or in the add-on. I think I think if it's done right, like everything you gotta do, if it's done right, done right, it could be good. Something like Task Force X, that game, the actual developers of like Rocksteady bailed on it when it was in production. So the people who remained just worked on it and it came out sloppy. Because it's like Fortnite, but in a bad way. Where it's a pay to win type game, and there's like microtransactions. It's like the Avengers game that came out. It slowly started to fade away, and afterwards everything in the shop that was here, we're gonna take your money. It slowly faded away, and now everything is available without purchase. Because the fans didn't really like the game because it was like all beat 'em up the entire game. And not saying a beat 'em up is bad. Like I said before, you when it's done right, it could be the perfect game ever.
Yeah, definitely gotta keep it up. Yeah, we gotta get some variety and make sure everything's a-okay. Yeah, cause I mean, I remember when DC fandom happened in 2020. That was when the Task Force X game was first introduced, and I remember seeing the trailer for it, and it looked looked all right. But yeah, that was like 4 years ago. Because the game was originally supposed to be out in 2022, and then it got delayed until 2023, and now it's been pushed back to now.
So you gotta remember that we're on YouTube and we can't say certain things.
Yeah, I remembered. I referred to the game like what you did.
But you also said you referred to pew pews
Oh,
as what they actually called,
I
and
didn't realize.
don't mention uh the stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I'll try and I'll try and remember that.
I think you can actually say what they actually called the pews, but just call them that for safety.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I okay. Now I know what I want to talk about next. Okay. Speaking, yeah, the I remember. I also remember seeing last summer, different pieces of concept art from across the Spider-Verse, and a lot of really neat stuff was supposed to be included in the movie, but got left out for I don't know, for multiple reasons. Like there was supposed to be at one point an Doctor Octopus variant that's an actual octopus.
Which is very funny.
Yeah, a lot of the different concept arts were definitely very funny. And then there was also supposed to be a scene at the involving the spot going to the unknown bar. I think it's called.
The unnamed bar.
Yeah, unnamed bar. Yeah, there's supposed to be a scene there, and then there was also like different other versions of Spider-Man. There was even supposed to be a zombie version.
Mmm.
Yep, that there was supposed to be a zombie version that was supposed to appear, and then I think that's it for that topic.
So, on the topic of Marvel, so I played a on stream. I played the Venom uh mini game, which that led into like an era, which I forgot to add in a previous part, but that's not what this discussion is about. That mini game was so fun. I had too much fun taking out people. And I enjoyed it. On the on stream, on that stream, you can hear me having like a blast. So, I would recommend anyone who hasn't gotten the game, I would recommend playing it. But here's some advice for you. I would recommend doing the little like side quests before you actually be I would recommend doing the side quests at at the early at the early game before you get into the the late game. Because once you get into the late game, even the later half, where you get like the symbiote suit, it gets real hard. At first, the game holds your hand by making the enemies like weaker, but once you get into the late game, it stops holding your hand and doesn't for the entire game. So the game gets real hard and real difficult. There's this one mission I kept I kept I kept getting like destroyed, and Craven kept destroying me in the last stream I did. So that part I accidentally put in is when Peter has the symbiote suit, and in this stream is at the part where you fight Craven and then Peter, where you remove the symbiote suit. And after that, there's the Venom minigame, which I heard there might be a Venom spin-off game, which would be so fun. And the reason why I enjoyed that Venom minigame so much is because you were taking waves of enemies out. Not really waves, you were just taking care of enemies. And you fight Craven again. Spoiler warning, by the way. Forgot to add that. Because someone said to me I should have added a spoiler warning because I brought up like Batman Arkham Knight. So there's your spoiler warning. So you fight Craven again, and I died by mistake. Hello! I died by mistake, and once I attempted it again, it was so easy taking out Craven. I needed Venom's attacks right from the start, where I could be like taking down all the enemies. But that would be like broken, and it would make the game unfair.
Okay. Speaking of Venom spin-offs, that reminds me about how the Venom movie in 2018 was planned back as far as the late 2000s. Because after the appearance of Venom in the 2007 Spider-Man 3, Marvel has since then considered a Venom movie, and then and this was like back when there was supposed to be a fourth Spider-Man film with Tobey Maguire, which was originally planned for 2011 before it got canceled, and the Spider-Man films rebooted with Amazing Spider-Man in 2012. And then the idea of a Venom movie later returned in the mid to late 20 teens when 10 years ago Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out and didn't do very well. And that led to the cancellation of the Amazing Spider-Man 3, as well as, again, the halt on the Venom movie. And then when Sony and Disney reached a deal that allowed Spider-Man to finally appear in the MCU, began in Civil War in 2016, Sony once again picked up the courage to do the Venom movie, which finally came out in 2018.
Which, speaking about Disney and Sony aren't very good at making good, like, Spider-Man related films. Because Madam Web came out on Valentine's Day.
What's your favorite Spider-Man suit in Spider-Man 2?
What's my favorite suit in Marvel's Spider-Man 2? Um Probably the Venom suit for the game.
Hmm.
Do you mean like Marvel? Yeah, I like that one too. After I for non like Venom like suits, it, my current one is has to be like the Como suit, which is the suit I'm using currently. And it looks pretty cool because the mask is more like a helmet type of style. As I was saying, far as Spider-Man related movies go, Madam Web came out on Valentine's Day, and I heard that movie didn't do so well. And I also heard that uh Venom the Venom the two Venom movies didn't really do as well, and I kept hearing about how like Marvel wants to do a grounded level Spider-Man like movie for the fourth Spider-Man, but Sony wants to be money hungry and do another multiverse movie. We already had like a multiverse movie, and it's time for like a more grounded movie after No Way Home came out. Because, spoilers again, in No Way Home, at the end of the movie, or at the beginning of the movie, we pick up where the last one left off, is where uh Mysterio, aka Quentin Beck, revealed Spider Man's identity as Peter Parker. So in No Way Home, Peter and Doctor Strange did a spell to make everyone forget who Peter Parker is. So they don't remember anything about him. And this even includes technology, like the Iron Spider suit. So Peter Parker screwed up the spell like 15 times. So at the end of the movie, they did the spell again. So, and in an end credit scene, Peter Parker made a new suit, a more fabric like suit, kind of like the traditional like Spider-Man type suit. And after No Way Home came out, Sony's like, we need to do another multiverse movie. Marvel's like, no, we're gonna do a grounded street level movie. And Sony shouldn't have the rights to Spider-Man. Marvel should. Because Marvel is understanding what the people want. They don't want just a movie. The movie has to be done well. It has to do well in order to succeed. You can't just be like, here you go. Here's a movie. Enjoy it. That's not how things work. There's opinions. Some opinions say, "Oh, this movie is terrible," or that movie's terrible. It's you didn't do anything wrong. Some people have very interesting and negative opinions. But in order for a movie to succeed, you have to do a movie right. You can't just hodgepodge ideas and expect them to work.
Yeah, because Marvel, I think has definitely attempted to try and make movies more, they're trying to do like new, like it seems like Marvel's been faring less well with their movies ever since Endgame, and I'm feeling like maybe some of it might have to do with fatigue, maybe superhero fatigue, and then another part is that they're attempting to lean more toward what they think was what made the previous films so successful, while completely ignoring what actually makes it work, what would actually make it more good. And as a result, some of these films came out like maybe not as well as they should be, because some of them have good ideas. It's just that maybe they weren't formed enough. Like maybe they could have done things better. Get me started on the. Okay, yeah, that line. Yeah, don't, when that comment was about Miguel O'Hara. Yeah, spoiler alert for Across the Spider-Verse. Figure I'd add that. Well, anyway, the line from Across the Spider-Verse where Miguel O'Hara says, "Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the Nerd Back on Earth, 1999."
Good one.
Yeah, honestly, hearing that line in the Across the Spider-Verse trailer made me actually pretty happy because it referenced the MCU and all that. And plus, not to mention the fact that Marvel, because of the MCU is currently in the multiverse saga, they're attempting to connect all the Marvel movies together in a multiverse, and that means taking even the Marvel movies that came out before the MCU and connecting them together as adjacent worlds to Earth 1999, aka the MCU, and even Sony's movies, the Venom movies, and Madam Web, and any thing else that they might pop out is considered adjacent to the MCU. And then we. Okay, yeah, yeah. Going back to concept art, one of the ones I saw actually features concept art of Donald Glover, who from as the Prowler, because apparently Donald Glover appears in one of the MCU movies as Aaron Davis, aka Prowler, and this would and again spoilers for Across the Spider-Verse. We see we see Donald Glover as the Prowler in his suit, and this seemingly, yeah, cousin Spider-Man, it does so is Spider-Man. Yup, yeah, yup, exactly what I was talking about. The, oh, Donald Glover appears in Homecoming, and then they go back to that and seemingly reveal that after Homecoming, Glover, as Davis, finally became Prowler, and then most likely during all that was occurring in No Way Home, he becomes sucked into another universe before he's caught by the Spire Society.
So, what do you guys think about this gnarly looking thing? Honestly, I think it's pretty cool, and I think you should check out the unboxing of it if you're interested. Whoa, that's sick. Right.
Yep,
Yes, it is.
It is.
I also I also have this big statue, which you get by going on the PlayStation website and buying a Marvel Spider-Man 2. I don't know which one's cooler. The the Venom one I just showed you or this one?
Yeah, that is very true. They are both like really amazing in their own right.
We had another comment. Where did you get that? I got it at a comic book store known as Koi's Comics.
Yeah, Koi's is also where I found all the flash books I talked about earlier. Here as well. Like because amazingly, all these books I found in the $1 section, like in the back of the store. Yeah, 'cause for those collecting books, definitely check out the dollar bins at your local comic store because you'll never know if you find like a amazing gem. Because actually, I've actually found comics, like really amazing comics in the dollar bin before. Like, there's another comic store I really like going to where I at one point found 2 issues of Crisis on Infinite Earths in the dollar section. Especially comics and stuff. I think I've heard of comics and stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure right now, but I think comics and stuff is shown in an ad in one of my comics from like the 2000s. I think I really can't recall right now, but I believe I know exactly what that last comment was talking about.
If you have a lot of comics, I recommend you get like a comic box. Or if you know how to make, if you're really crafty with your hands, I suggest you make like a smaller comic box and make it big enough to fit as many comics as you like.
Mhm.
This may be too heavy.
Careful there.
Yep.
All right.
Hold on, guys. You can get something like this, which is like a comic box you can like store in your closet or something. They had this Red Goblin box that looks very sick and is very heavy.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Is that what the comment said?
Yep, yep. Yeah, I've actually built my own things boxes to store comics in, cause I mean if your collection is like small enough, you can like buy like one box to hold your comics in, or if you have multiple like a larger collection like what I have, then you would need to buy like more, and that can at times cost a bit much. And I'm usually kind of trying to not spend as much money on my collection, which sometimes doesn't work out in some situations. But one thing that I have discovered was that I can build my own unique ways of storing comics in, and I've learned how to build my own boxes out of foam board, cardboard, stuff like that. And I've designed them to resemble this piece of technology from DC Comics known as the mother box.
Which a mother boxes, there's two different variants, mother boxes and father boxes. Mother boxes are used by this dude named Darkside, and father boxes are used by this person, Allfather, from a planet known as New Genesis, and the boxes I just previously mentioned are from this planet known as Apocalypse.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've designed and I'm back. Okay. Okay, anyway, one box that I've designed is more of a custom design. It's rusted. And then two other boxes I've designed resemble mother box designs from
I can go get the box for you.
It's downstairs. Okay, he'll be right back with my box. Well, anyway, the box he's gonna get right now resembles, oh, it's from the mother box designs from Justice League War, a 2014 animated film that's basically an animated adaptation of Justice League Origin from New 52. And then I have like another mother box design resembling Orion's mother box from the 2000s animated series Justice League. Justice League, the Justice League sold from the 2000s, by the way, has like a really, really neat opening sequence. And then there's, following the 2000s Justice League series, we have Justice League Unlimited, which is also pretty neat. Okay, he should be back right about now with the box. Okay, there it is.
So this is the box design. It's a very intricate detail with some little veins and some little green stuff.
Yeah, like I said, this one's supposed to, very cool design. Yeah, thank you. I see the levering. Okay, good. It's nice. Good. Yeah, this box, like I said, takes inspiration from the 2014 film Justice League War. And I'm basically I originally I was going off a more clean design based on the screenshots I from the film, but then I decided to make it all rusted and all, to make it all battered and stuff, towards make it look like it's been through battle. Cause there's a scene. Cause at one point the box explodes and gets all damaged and all, and I was kind of trying to make it seem like that.
If anyone heard of Ben 10, this is a ring I found on the internet from a site known as dang it, now I can't remember. Ben 10.
Ben 10 is awesome.
So this is the recalibrated Omnitrix in the form of a ring, and it's a 3D printed one. So this is the recalibrated Omnitrix. So here's a sneak print. Did you make that with?
Did you buy it or print it?
I printed it. I have a 3D printer, and I have like
Same.
I have a business card known as 3D designs. So yeah, if I'm trying to get that all set up, and I have some I have some prints already made. I haven't really painted them, and I'm just trying to get like a business sort of set up.
Gender free Max Neo soon. Ooh.
I have a my latest 3D printer is a CR10. I have made like I believe I have like made made two helmets.
Where did you get it? But it's continued them.
I got it at a place known as Micro Center, and I made like two like helmets. One's more like a mask. I made a Batman helmet for a Comic Con. I used to use like a plastic Batman mask, which is old and decrepit and breaking. So I 3D printed a Batman mask, and I made Azuko Midoriya's mask from My Hero Academia. Which My Hero Academia is one of those animes that that I recommend you watch. I watched
Yeah. He, yeah. The, I believe that comment was talking about making the mask.
I can go get the mask.
All right.
You can just talk about some other stuff.
Yup. Okay, and then yeah, the box would took like about like a month or two to complete, I think. Yeah, because I mean, it was originally going like one way, and I just had the foam board, and then I later added on some other pieces of it with cardboard to make it more screen accurate. And then, because I originally finished it in time for Comic Con in August, and then I completed then yeah, I used to make cardboard props. Yeah, cardboard props seem like they're very fun to make. I've seen videos online on making cardboard props, and yeah, in hindsight, I think that might have been like one source of inspiration for my boxes, I think.
So here's the mask.
So that's cool. Okay, yeah. I was talking about using cardboard for my boxes, and then the person commented that about making cardboard props, and we kind of started talking about that.
Hmm. So here's the mask. It looks pretty cool, and I had an idea of combining this with the Batman helmet, but since the Batman helmet has like a nose piece and it can't really fit over like the nose piece, it couldn't really work. I was trying to go for like a mask sort of thing so the mouth is like covered up, but it would go right over here. So that idea kind of got kiboshed.
Whose mask is that in the anime again?
It's Azuku Midoriya's. He doesn't really wear it. It's kind of down like this or something. Down towards like the lower half of his neck. But it can be used as a mask. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 3D printer can be used to make all sorts of cool stuff. I don't I'm I don't really know what I should do far as painting the Ben 10 recalibrated Omnitrix ring. I was thinking about maybe doing my own type of design. Either that or Albedo's recalibrated Omnitrix, but it's not really recalibrated because he sort of copied the normal Omnitrix, and it's strange how they never made Albedo's Omnitrix because I don't know the reason why, but it's it was a missed opportunity when the show came out, which a a curious question would be, what would Albedo look like if he was in the classic series? Wouldn't he just look like classic Ben? We kinda got this in Omniverse where Asmith sorta sorta messed up his his own Ultimate Tricks and rebooted him to what classic Ben looked like. Which it would have been cool to see him in the classic Ben 10 style. Maybe his classic Omnitrix would be a red version of Ben's classic black and white looking Omnitrix.
Yeah, that would be meaning. Okay.
We have another comment.
Yeah. Yeah. Nematrix.
Yeah, the Nematrix is what Kyber used.
Black and red one is the Nematrix.
Yeah, the Nematrix is what Kyber used. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So Kyber made a Omnitrix that's the opposite of Ben's Omnitrix. Instead of turning the user into an alien, it has to be used on a more feral creature of low intelligence, like a dog. But what could be classified as low intelligence is up to you, because some people may say a dog has like high intelligence but lacking like human speech. There's also some fan-made Nematrix, some fan-made Omnitrixes, like the Conatrix, which the Conatrix has more violent and has more violent looking aliens.
But some dogs can't speak with buttons they press that make sounds though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen videos about that.
Yeah. So there's like the Conatrix is like the Omnitrix, but without the Omnitrix logo. It's just like it's like a green black, it's like a green outline or a green background with some black lines. And it's like it's more like violent sort of aliens with like an intention to get rid of you. And there's also like an Omnitrix that doesn't turn the user into any alien. It summons a female version of that alien. So one alien is like Pyra, and I forget the name of the Omnitrix that does that.
Eunice. Unitrix.
This is like a fan-made one, but Asmith did make like a sort of Omnitrix core that it absorbs like animal DNA. So Eunice absorbed like Gwen's DNA when she found the pod. So the Unitrix sampled Gwen's DNA, so Eunice turned into a human female. So there's this like fan made like Omnitrix that summons like female aliens. And there's also this other one that turns people into like aliens, like the regular aliens, but with different like job stats. So Diamond Head is a miner. Is a park ranger. Heat Blast is a welder. And this Asmus sent this Omnitrix in like the late period. Or something like that. And the last Omnitrix.
I really like the sequel of the Ultimate Matrix.
Ultimatrix.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ultimatrix is cool. But some aliens were not included, like Heat Blast. I would imagine Heat Blast would be like more volcanic, with like little volcanoes jutting out of his back or something. I can imagine there would be like a ultra mode to the Ultimatrix where they go beyond further.
And the Biomatrix.
The Bio-Omnitrix.
Yeah.
The Bio-Omnitrix is really cool because you can fuse aliens together by having like Ben 10 from Omniverse like cross his arms. Atomic X is one of those cool aliens because it's atomics mixed with Ben's most powerful alien, Alien X. Fun fact, Kevin Conroy voices Bellicus in the state of Alien X.
There's a guy in your stream. Yeah, and I'm definitely gonna print one of the Omnitrixes.
We're just gonna ignore that last one.
Good idea.
I don't really know where I can find a 3D printable Omnitrix that I can wear. But a 3D printer can do a lot of things. Thingiverse.
Yeah, on Thingiverse. Perfect.
I just if I can speak, I can say what I want to say. I guess I'm gonna have to look after the stream is over. Sorry for coming late. No, you're fine. This stream has been going on for quite a while.
Yeah, it has.
This stream went up at noon, and it shouldn't be too much longer before the stream ends. because me and my co-host, hello, what did you mean? I think that said.
Yeah, yeah. The one that came before that, it said, "What did I miss?"
Oh, you didn't. You missed talking about. We talked about some Ben 10. We talked about movies, and we talked about a game known as Prototype, which the people who really liked Prototype really want a third. So we can go back to talking about Prototype. And we also talked about Power World. This,
So we're talking about Spider-Man and stuff.
yeah. People really want like a third prototype game. Who knows? Maybe we will get it someday, but you gotta like cross your fingers. The first game came out in like 2009, which which I was too young to play at the time. Which I'm not gonna say anything. I think I think it would be really cool if we got like a movie that dives into the history of Clintar, the Clintars, which are the alien symbiotes. And
To do a full-length video about your 3D printing stuff.
that's a good idea, but some people really don't really some people don't really want a like long video because of uh not trying to be rude. The I'm just gonna say some people wouldn't be interested in like a full length video.
Doesn't have to be a long video, actually.
Good point. I posted a short.
Like about 10 minutes. Don't you have a second channel for your 3D printing stuff?
Yeah, I do, but I was suggested by a family member to to manage the first channel before I go off and do some other like channel thing, which I'm trying to will you
Doing
story times. I I tried doing a story video or what if video if what if Peter Parker got the symbiote right away. So 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 it's like the symbiote like found Peter and he sort of like kept it. You should you should check You should check that out if you haven't. Anyway, so a family member told me to prioritize this channel first, which the other channel only has one video, and I really want to like earn money off of this channel, but you need like 1,000 like subscribers or something. And I put out like a little thing, a little like a little thing that says if I get the right amount.
Close to 300 subscribers.
300 subscribers.
Enjoyed the video about your ex. Do you think that you could do more videos like that?
More videos like what?
Yeah, like about your ex printer. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, I can do more, but as I was saying, I believe it's 100,000 subscribers, I think, in order to get to the YouTube Partner Program and get like my first YouTube Play button, which is like a reward rewarding you. Hey, you got this many subscribers. Here's your reward.
I think that meant the video. Oh. Yeah, he was talking about like the video like about how your ex betrayed you. Videos like that.
Yeah, so it's like an achievement. It's like an Emmy or an Oscar for like movies, and you know how video games get rewarded for for making for making achievements, which Spider-Man 2 or Marvel's Spider-Man 2 hasn't gotten anything yet. Although that the game is very well very well received. And I don't understand why it doesn't have what's your favorite drink? Probably Mountain Dew. What's yours?
I'll just say Mountain Dew too. Specifically the Baja Blast variant.
Yeah, Baja Blast is very good. I wish the other flavors of Mountain Dew were. I can't have very much sugar, so I wish the other flavors that aren't Mountain Dew.
What's your favorite flavor of chips?
I don't really eat chips. So like I said, I wish the other flavors of Mountain Dew were in sugar-free variants. A hard Mountain Dew is a very hard Mountain Dew to find is Frostbite. I found Frostbite is only found at Walmart, and nowadays, every time you go there and look for the stuff, you're not gonna find it. So yeah, right now I'm trying to get into the YouTube Partner Program, and you need like 100,000 subscribers, or you need something like that.
Gonna be your next 3D printing video.
I don't know, but I don't wanna do like a bust. Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yeah.
I believe I have, but I don't want to say yes if I haven't. I should probably rewatch it again. There should be a fourth Back to the Future. So yeah, I'm just trying to set up my position to get into the YouTube Partner Program, and I made like a short with I made a short about like a clicker. I made a short on the clicker bust over in my like little office, and that didn't really get received as well.
Do you like My Hero Academia? Have you seen any cool fan art?
I haven't seen any fan art, but I have watched My Hero Academia. Sup, guys?
Hmm.
I think this person's just chatting with the other people in stream. I don't know why the clicker bus didn't do well. Maybe it's because it's like raw and not painted. And I had my own music because of a little thing known as copyright, which is so annoying.
He's just stay in his name.
You don't need to state your name. I'm sure you want to, but you don't have to. And there's music in there, so that's probably another reason why the short didn't do so well. And it's just me playing my ukulele because I want to like make my own music so I don't have to use the copyright free stuff. So if I made my own music,
You have an Instagram.
yes, I do. It's Yellow Lantern Batman. Please be appropriate. Don't show any inappropriate pictures or say anything inappropriate. That's all I ask. If you can be appropriate in all the appropriate ways, you will be accepted.
Let's go a little more silver.
What did it say?
Yeah, you still have made the mask silver.
That's a good idea, but I didn't really work on it yet. I have a lot of projects, And I don't think I have any silver paint. But it looks really cool. What did the other chat say?
Is your goal going to be any more live streams or videos?
I have some videos planned, but lately, they haven't been doing well. This didn't do well, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's because the thumbnail is just this of this figure known as Captain Yami from Black Clover. Maybe people don't like how it's like this and my face is off to the side of it. I tried pegging in his grimoire, but it doesn't really work.
Is he a friend of yours?
I'm not gonna say that because of private and personal information that I'm not supposed to share.
Oh, I see you. Okay, you're gonna have to. I mean, oh, I watched the video. I did see you haven't got the book on the stand yet. Ah, okay.
What does this one say?
It was that one. It was just on how the person watched your video and knows how you didn't get that thing on there.
Yeah, this thing doesn't really peg in that well. There's supposed to be a little hole, and it's supposed to peg into the stand. But I struggled with it on that video for a while. We have this one.
Yeah, love Black Clover.
I believe we already read this one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I struggled with it for a while, and it's very hard. I like my name. Okay, that's very weird.
Donkey, whatever floats your boat.
And we're not trying to be like disrespectful and saying that.
Okay, I know that's weird. Okay,
Are they saying inappropriate stuff?
Nah, I just think they're just having a normal conversation.
Ah. Can you think about any more stuff we can say in this stream?
No, I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining the stream. And we have more comments in.
Modes in Fortnite other than Lego. And can you show the ukulele?
Yeah, I can show the ukulele before we end the stream. Any other questions?
No.
So here's the ukulele. Nice blue looking color. And that's cool. I believe we had one other comment. Anyway, guys, we're gonna be ending the stream. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, see you guys in the next video or stream.
And there's us saying goodbye.
That one person doesn't want me to end the stream. Anyway, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, bye.